For this aspect of the neuromuscular retraining program, we're going to be going over the breath. Now, the breath is super critical because it addresses the ribs. And what I mean by that is that every time we take a breath, we're actually moving the ribs. And what are these ribs attached to? They're attached to our thoracic spine, or that part of our spine which is below the neck and above our low back. The reason why we're addressing the breath is because nowadays a lot of us spend time in a seated collapsed position. What happens is when we're spending a lot of time seated, we get that hunch in our back and we begin to lack the proper breathing practices to get enough oxygen all over our body, all over our cells, to our brain, and we begin to get into a sympathetic mode or fight or flight state, which causes us to just be simply even more stressed throughout the day. Now, when we're addressing the breathing, we're helping to exercise the muscles supporting the ribs, the muscles supporting the thoracic spine, and even the muscles of the abdomen so that we can have proper posture, so we can open up our rib cage and we can begin to bring more oxygen within our lungs, within our body, and so that we can enter a parasympathetic state instead of staying at a sympathetic state. Parasympathetic state is simply a more rested state where you're nice and calm and can think clearly from the space. So for the breathing exercises, we're going to be going over two main aspects of the breath, which is the full breath, which targets three main areas: the clavicular, the rib cage, and also the belly portion of the breath. And we're also going to be going over the fire breath at the end of this. For the full aspect of the breath, what we want to do is we want to activate three main areas. The belly first. In order to activate the belly, you're going to place one or two hands right where your belly lies, and you're going to close your eyes, or you can keep your eyes open, whatever you prefer. You're going to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, try to push your hand out and try to practice this, because a lot of people are used to breathing with the top portion of their lungs, and they have forgotten that they have a diaphragm down here. So it takes a bit of time to activate this muscle down here. So take a couple deep breaths in and out in order to activate the diaphragm. Now with those few breaths, you have now activated this lower portion of your breathing. Now we're going to go into the mid portion. For the mid portion, create an L shape with your hand. Put your thumbs around your ribs, and you're going to go ahead and touch your fingers together at this mid-rib portion. Go ahead and breathe out, touch the hands together. And now when you breathe in, try to push the fingertips apart, just like this. And with that, you've now activated the actual muscles within the ribs to help expand and help strengthen them as well. Now for the third part, you're going to be putting your hand on top of your clavicles. And when you breathe in, try to bring this hand up as you're breathing. So you're going to be pushing your neck in and up a little bit in order to activate these muscles called the sternocleidomastoids, which attaches your skull down to your clavicles. And you're going to be taking a big deep breath in and moving your hand up and down. That is how you do the full breath. In order to put it all together, you want to put your hand one on top of your clavicles and one at the belly. And when it comes to your rib cage, you're just going to concentrate and be aware of that area. So go ahead and take a full deep breath in, and you're going to start at the belly, slowly expand the belly, expand the ribs, and expand the clavicles as well. So take a deep breath in. And slowly fill from bottom to top. Go ahead and take a couple more deep breaths in and out. Good. You've now completed the full breath. We're going to go over into the fire breathing now. Fire breathing is super good for you. It's helped to really reinvigorate your system and help to create a calm and a zen within the mind. In order to do the fire breath, you're going to focus on the belly. This is where you hold your solar plexus, which is the battery of the body. This is where you store all of your pranic or chi energy. In order to stimulate this area, you're going to do quick breathing in and out. And the way you want to do this breathing is lie relaxed in a comfortable position. You're going to be breathing out quickly by contracting the abdomen and the diaphragm and then letting go and naturally allowing your lungs to fill up by relaxing the muscles surrounding your abdomen. So this is what it will look like. Try to go at a steady rhythm. Don't go quickly and then slowly. Try to go at a steady rhythm that you're comfortable with and do 20 to 30 repetitions at once. After the last repetition that you decide to do, you're going to do the full breath and you're going to hold your breath for as long as you can. While you're holding your breath, you're going to focus on creating tension within your abdomen by squeezing slightly and puffing out your chest in order to help push all the ribs out and create space in between. While you're doing this, you're also going to focus your mind on the center of your head, around this area. The reason why we do that is to help bring the energy upwards and calm the mind at the same time. After you exhale, you're going to go ahead and relax, stay there for a little bit, allow that Zen mood or that buzzing, you may feel a little bit of buzzing to set in, and you're going to do this for around 3 sets in total. As you continue to do these breathing exercises, what's going to happen is that you're going to slowly but surely begin to mobilize the ribs, allowing them to get in their proper position so that your thoracic spine can also begin to maintain its integrity.